Good evening and welcome to the June 20th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item on the agenda is to swearing in of the new select board members. So I would think that Dwayne and Gary and John would step forward and we'll have the deputy town clerk swear you in.
Hello. So I'm just going to do it all at once.
Sure.
Say all your names.
Yep.
Of course, you two, you're going to expire in 2026. John, you'll expire in 2024, okay? So do you, John Bell, Gary Fecto, and Dwayne Woodsum swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, so long as you shall continue a citizen thereof, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, and do you, John Bell, Gary Fecto, and Dwayne Woodsum, swear that you will discharge to the best of your abilities the duties incumbent on you as Board of Selectmen to the Constitution and laws of the state, so help you God?
I do.
All right, I'll have you guys sign.
All right.
Oh, you want a picture? Okay.
Oh.
Senator Tammy Wells.
We should have photo bomb.
Retired Tammy Wells.
We'll find a way to put it someplace, something.
It'll be in the
I'm not sure if I can remember all those words anyway, so I'm glad she just said that.
Stints would be better, but
That'd be nice. Best calligraphy.
Yeah, there we go.
it's a lot safer.
Thank you, Marina.
You're welcome.
Welcome, gentlemen. Next item is our annual election of the chairman and vice chairman for FY '24. So I would open the floor for nominations.
I'll make a nomination to keep it the way it has been since I've been on board for the last few months. I think you guys are doing a great job as you as chairman and Dwayne as the vice chairman. Second.
Don't give us much
Any-
choices.
Any other nominations?
This is the part we say any more of the discussion.
I would have, I'd entertain a motion to cease nominations.
So moved.
Somebody want to
Second,
second
yes.
that? All those in favor? Opposed? All right, so the motion is to retain the chairman as Dennis Abbott and the vice chairman as Dwayne Woodsum. Any discussions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Moving on. We have no public hearings this evening. Any announcements from the board? Dwayne, anything?
I had one complaint during Roberts Ridge, and if they'd read the sign, it says local traffic only. And somebody went up through there around 60 miles an hour and hit the potholes. But if you slow down and you use the signs correctly, there shouldn't be any problem up there.
David, anything?
Just a comment on the recent election. Matt, Marina, you guys did an awesome job and your staff. Things ran like clockwork. I know it was challenging having the election here in this building, but to me it seemed flawless. So very well organized.
Gary, anything?
And to mirror that, just I wanted to, we had a little mix up with the, whether write-in votes counted or not, and I apologize to people that I told that write-ins weren't allowed, because that's the information we were gathering, but there's the last paragraph, if there's no written person on the ballot, then write-ins count. So it wasn't anything on purpose, it was an accident, I guess, and a well-learned event, I guess you could say. We'll understand in the future. The other thing is, I had asked our Public Works Director to address field division issue on New Dam by Linwood with the bamboo growing up over and prevents a good line of sight for the traffic, and he said he would address that. So for the people that contacted me about that, it's on its way.
Okay, John, anything?
No, thank you.
Okay, and I am all set, so we'll move on to any additions or deletions to the agenda. We're all set there.
Good.
We have no appointments this evening. Public comment. Glenn, anything? All right, correspondence. We do have the treasurer's reports available if anybody's interested. Motor vehicle reports and the Water District meetings of May 3rd and May 17th. And you can pick those up off from the website or give Laura a call and she will ensure that you get a copy. Selectmen's reports. Anything, Dwayne?
Nothing.
David?
The only thing I just want to touch on, the two committees that I'm liaison for, the Public Safety Committee and the Garden Committee. I think in August, probably the second meeting in August, I'd like to invite their chairperson or spokesperson to come in and just give us an update as to what how things are going. So
Okay.
that's something to put on the second meeting agenda at some
Good.
point.
Gary, anything?
I'm the liaison for the Old Home Days, and it seems like things are starting to click a little bit. They're getting some vendors signed up, et cetera. They're certainly putting the feelers out there for everybody to try to get some entertainment, and but it's still, I think some vendors are hard to commit for something in August when it's only June. So
Right.
well, they're working hard. There's no question about that. A few of them are working hard, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
The other thing, Gary, is some of your vendors are already committed because
Yeah.
a lot of them commit a year ahead.
Year ahead, yeah. So now that it's started back up, maybe
Yeah.
get this, the repeats.
Yeah, if they go through this next one
Yeah,
and then they start to,
because it's been a good solid 3 years, right,
Yeah.
since we've had
That's
it?
right.
Since
Yes.
COVID?
Yeah.
Good old COVID.
John, I'd ask you, but just on my side, Josh Andrews and I attended the annual Eco Board meeting. It was down at Thompson's Point last Thursday. Had an economics guy talk about waste and all of the things that are working, good, the bad, and the ugly of waste. So it was an interesting meeting, to say the least, but that's all I have. Matt?
Just a few things. As a reminder, we have the court scheduled for July 11th with the legal action regarding map 13, lot 53A with the code enforcement.
Is that the one up on Route 5?
Yep.
Okay, good, thanks.
Working logistics on the ARPA money regarding the use and trying to finalize the reporting on that. We did hold our first safety planning meeting with the Old Homes Day Committee last week and the Sheriff's Office, and we'll be meeting again on August 1st, so if anybody has interest or any suggestions that they want to contribute to that. We basically copied the schedule that we had from previous, except for we added one more deputy for the parade. We'll get Jason involved with his crew for some traffic cones and signage and whatnot, and Jason said he's going to be more than happy to help that day.
Did you get the parade route laid out?
Yes. Leaves from here and goes to the school.
Okay.
Down 5 or Old Off Road?
5.
5?
And then they'll dump out onto Old Alfred Road and come back,
Yeah, good.
back to the vehicles.
So, down to the middle school.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. I have communicated with the rec director. I've heard some feedback about the boat launch. We're going to continue to work with them, but Jason's going to pick up a couple plastic rakes for them. And I did talk to Rec Director Smith regarding that.
Do we have an employee at the boat launch this year?
It-
Did we get
on-
somebody?
On decent days, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, yes, yeah. And they're doing the courtesy boat inspections, they're younger
Yeah.
children, so they're 15 or 16 years old, so they're just doing courtesy inspections, and
Yeah.
they're not doing any type of enforcement.
Yeah.
But they can do some raking and pick up at the beach. I did send you an email, a couple things for your reference, but you can poke through them, but you have your tax acquired properties list and your town-owned properties list, so that you can evaluate those and make a determination what you want to do as you move forward. And just for you all to know is that, obviously with the town meeting, we had the wages, and so the other employees know, the wages were only increased at a maximum of 3%. It was 2.5% for several and 3% for others. Nobody got a 9% raise. There were some adjustments on hours that we went through the budget process. The library, for example, you may notice, and people were looking at numbers on the front sheet, the library went from 32 hours a week to 40 hours a week. So they're seeing numbers on the front saying, oh my gosh, they got big raises. They didn't. They're working more hours in the week.
Right.
The same with Vanessa here. She's doing a lot with the assessing. Georgia was, 2 days a week, and she's 4 days.
Okay.
5 days.
Anything else, Roy? I mean,
That's it.
okay, let's go on to new business, just a quick recap
Couple months.
No, but
of the June 13th referendum. And again, I think kind of everybody echoed it from our side of things. I think things went well. I know I walked through maybe 10-ish and voted. Seemed to go very well. It'll be somewhat of a challenge as we move into November's election, but we'll see what goes on here. Most everything passed, with the exception of the Article 3, which should the town of Waterboro allow medical marijuana retail businesses to operate under the Maine Medical Use of Marijuana Act. That got defeated, 244 to 171, which I, for one, was a little bit surprised, but anyway. But most everything else passed. I know that talking to Josh and we're looking at an additional roll-off truck, whether or not we can find one or not. In fact, it was funny because the economist that presented at EcoMaine's annual meeting started to talk about we won't see some of the equipment recovery until 2025. So interesting to say the least. So
that's not that far out, though.
no, that's not, if you ordered something today, you probably wouldn't get it till early 2025, so. What else? We do have an action to take, which is to schedule a runoff election because of the way that the write-in candidates took place. We have 3 people tied for the school board, RSU 57 school board. And then, do they have to run again next June, or is that a 3-year term?
That's a 3.
Okay. So, there will be a runoff. There's 3 candidates. Elizabeth Keith, Norris McKinney, and Nadine Malloy. And they tied in the write-in ballots. We may, I guess, based on the fact that we have not received no interest votes, we would also have a runoff for the Charter Commission members, right? There are 2 members that received more write-in candidate votes, David Barker and Nadine Malloy. However, we've got a whole list of people that received the same amount of, some of them have declined and whatnot, but it looks like we have more than the 4 remaining positions, so we will have to have a runoff vote. So we kind of, between Marina and Matt, we've kind of pegged, what, August 15th, which would be a Tuesday, which would be a runoff here, and we probably will just set this room up with voting booths, right? Because I don't see a whole litany of people coming in to vote.
It'll be their friends and relatives.
Yeah, right. So, if I could get a motion to do the runoff election for school board and charter commission on August 15th, that will give
So
the green light to Marina and to move forward.
Move forward.
August 15th?
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
second Dwayne's motion.
Any discussion?
The school board is 1 member, correct? For 3 years?
Right.
Okay.
And the charter commission will be 4, right? Because we've already accepted 2, so there's 4 remaining, and there's, what, 6 candidates for the 4 remaining positions, whatever.
And on the runoff, there is no write-in on that one.
No, this
Right.
is just the
Because there's names.
It's just the names,
Right.
out of the ones that are already there.
All right. Anything further? If not, I'm going to call for a vote. All those in favor? Opposed?
Now, we still gotta appoint 4 or 5, right?
We need 3.
Three.
We need to
Three
appoint
now.
3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll,
So whoever, I mean,
well, if there is an interest, then we should take that into consideration.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah.
okay. Anything else on the referendum election? Then it went well. I know you guys spent a long night.
It wasn't too long of a night. We were
Well-
up by 11.
Yeah, but you should have been out by, like, you should be able to punch the voting machine and tell you.
It's the school ballots that are
Right,
cumbersome.
Okay. Maybe in the future, the school ballot will go to a voting machine form of ballot.
You need to put that request in at your next clerk meeting that you have with all the other towns and say, we need to do this. Make it happen.
How many towns do not have a
They all have DS 200s. It's just, it's also whether or not they have a municipal election that's going with the school budget election.
So the real question is that can we produce, or RSU 57, produce the electronic ballots right after they have their, they have their little get-together, which is a town meeting, basically, right? So can they produce the
All
ballots?
6 towns.
So we have our clerk meeting, and providing all the clerks agree on the format of the ballot.
Okay,
Yes, the school has the potential to go through the DS 200s,
okay,
but everyone needs to have the same type of ballot. So if, let's say, Alfred doesn't want to do the DS 200s because they don't have a municipal, referendum going out, and they just have the school, they're not gonna, quote unquote, rent the equipment. So for example, we rent one of the machines and we own one machine. I mean, when you factor in the cost of the paper and the ink that the school spends and their envelopes and the stickers that are custom for it, I think when you factor in all the money, I can't imagine it would be that much of a financial difference if all the clerks agreed to do it the same way. I'm not an expert, but
Sounds logical.
but all the towns, at least the 6 towns, they actually own a voting machine?
They would either own or have one rented, yes.
Okay.
I can always reach out and ask how many of them
Yeah, I
actually
mean,
own.
You know, I mean, I guess but RSU 57 is responsible
For
to
providing
pay-
the ballots.
provide-
Yep.
Or the cost of that election, right?
For the budget,
Right.
yes. So for example, when I do my ballots here for everyone, and there's a school board member on that, or a candidate,
Right.
I'm putting it on and I'm essentially paying for that, even though it's on my one ballot with the board members that are
Mm-hmm.
running, they're still on that ballot. They just pay for their budget part
Right,
of
the
the
budget
ballot.
part.
Yep.
Right. Okay. All right. I guess we've probably handled the B, C, and D, because we're having a runoff election, and certainly Jonathan Bell was the successful candidate as a write-in for the open position that expires next June. So if there's no reason to discuss B, C, and D, we'll go on to E. And seeing how nobody's raising their hand, so let's go to new business item E, which is to appoint, to review the following members which wish to be reappointed to various boards, committees for 3-year terms to expire in June 30th, 2026. So we have John Burrows, Budget Committee, Judy Cowell, Community Garden Committee, James Ferris, Fair Hearings, Laura Lowe, Library Board of Trustees, Bridget McCollum, Community Garden Committee, Rick Magruder, Road Review, Osana Sidliski, and I apologize for butchering that name, Community Garden Committee, Sherry Stone, Community Garden Committee, Megan Verlander, Assessing Board of Reviews, Amy Webster, Old Home Days, Bethany Woodson, Library Board of Trustees. Before we move on, we also need to appoint the assessor for the year ensuing, Code Enforcement Officer Michael Gilpatrick, Deputy Code Officer James Alea, Licensed Plumbing Inspector Michael Gilpatrick, and Deputy Licensed Plumbing Inspector James Alea. So I would take whatever.
I'll make the motion
Yep.
to accept the names as stated by you for their subsequent terms.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. All right, old business is discuss vote on a possible department transfers if needed. I'm advised that we do not have to make any of those.
We're good right now.
Under old business, can I bring up the dump truck that we were looking at? Is there anything happening with that?
So, either you can talk or I can, but in short, we did bring it down to Layton's.
Yeah.
And there are some repairs that need to be done that we're gonna reach out to the owner now
Yeah,
and see if we can't negotiate a little bit better price
okay.
to compensate for the repairs, which we didn't think there was gonna be nothing to be done, but
Right.
we just had to hear from the budget committee, and we've heard back from 3 now.
So we're pretty much good to go.
Good to go on
They
their
were
side.
fine with it.
Yeah.
What were they asking for it?
The sticker said 30. He told me it'd take 27.5.
Yeah.
So.
We're hoping.
We're gonna try to negotiate a little bit lower,
Okay,
We're hoping a little less,
yeah.
so.
so, see what we can do.
Anything else under old business that anybody wants to bring up?
That should be all done, Gary, this week.
What's that?
That should be all done.
Oh, okay, completed,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
Well, don't we have to? Because
Yeah,
of
we've
what-
got 10 days left in
Yeah,
the fiscal, well, how many days active?
We're talking about the dump truck that's for sale across from Hannaford. Right now, for DPW, they could use something like that. And just a little
1, 2,
concrete.
3, 4, 5, 6,
It's been
7.
sitting there for a while.
So there's 8 days left in this fiscal year before the books close, so. You got a lot of work to do, Bob.
Paving's done,
Paving,
paving's all done, we completed that,
Oh, really?
Friday.
Even with this weather, huh?
Yep,
Lucky.
they squeezed it in.
Wow.
So shouldering's all done, so we got Edith Huey, Pearl Street, Pace Landing got reclaimed, based back in. A section of Ross Corner Road got reclaimed, based back in. And Star Hill got the much needed trim and overlay from the cemetery down to West Road. And everything's been shouldered, so. Ditching's been done on Roberts Ridge. They started ditching on Middle Road, Dearborns today to get ready for the reclaimed section coming up. My guys will be on Roberts Ridge with probably G&F's crew, changing some driveway culverts and road culverts to get that ready for pavement,
People do.
so
This year?
hopefully,
Good.
yep.
so we did carry forward, trying to get to the article. We did carry forward a whole slug of stuff, right?
No list.
The normal list of stuff, so, right, so Article 22, which passed, 349 to 73. So we'll carry forward municipal buildings, code enforcement, plotter, library donations, planning department, health and sanitation, public works, the seal coat and salt and sand, repairs, maintenance, fuel donations, capital improvements, miscellaneous accounts, and then all of the revenues of opera, code enforcement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, so. And that, also, that passed, like I said, 349 to 73, so. Okay, anything else? If not, oh,
13.
David,
Sorry.
you asked for a committee to come. I didn't catch who that was.
So I'd like to invite a representative from Public Safety and Garden Committee to the second meeting in July, just to give us updates as to what they've been up to and
Public Safety and Garden.
I think it's a good idea to have each one of these committees, maybe twice a year come in.
I agree.
And that was something that has been done in the past.
Yeah, and we got away from it.
When
Yeah.
Bob Fay was fully involved, he wanted 2 or 3 committees a month to come in, but
Yeah.
that's too much. But I think these committees should come in and give us a report of what they've done for money spent and what their plans are and whatnot, just so that we know, get a visual of what's going on.
Yep, I agree.
You want to try to aim to have those on the second meeting of the month?
yeah, I would think that
Yeah,
that would be.
We could probably squeeze one,
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
at
you
least
got
one
the-
in a
Yeah.
month.
You've got
Well,
your.
do you each have 2 committees, right, or one?
I only have one. I never got a second
Your
one.
Old Home Day,
Never one.
Public Safety Committee, and Garden, and your Road Review?
Road review and ZBA
ZBA.
and conservation. which-
Yours are coming.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion on the next meeting
Yeah.
about
Reassigning over.
Reassignments,
reassignments. Yeah, and then I've got EDC and Transfer Station Committee but we really need to stir that pot a little bit, I think, so.
You know, if nothing else, just having these people come in and explain what they've been up to.
Exactly.
It may, you brought a valid point up, stir the pot, it might spark an interest for
Yeah.
somebody that's out there.
Exactly.
And then just get them involved a little bit more.
Okay, Brings us down to 13, discuss vote to approve the minutes of June 6th, 2023 meeting.
I'll make
So
that.
moved.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Opposed? Pending decisions, I guess you got your hands full with the APRA funding. Week's action
I
list.
think we ought to have a small workshop on these auction, town-owned properties, just, it's gonna take probably an hour or so, some evening to
Yeah, I'll care that.
go over it, and then if we need to see whether, we get the maps right here, and we can go
Yeah.
out here in the hallway, or
Yeah.
pull it up, or whatever, but,
Yeah,
everybody can see what we do own, and,
right.
and, especially with.
Good idea.
I'll even call David a new member, but haven't been over that whole list.
Absolutely.
I've seen it 2 or 3 times, but
Yeah.
need a review to see what we've got left, so.
Yeah, no, good idea.
So do you have any idea when you would
No,
like to? So why don't we, what do you want? I should know that
we-
because I gotta.
looks like from now till September.
Yeah.
Jeez. I can make improvements to it if you want.
Just kidding.
So why don't we do it, Gary, you all set with a 5 o'clock meeting? Or-
Oh, yeah, as long as I know ahead of time, I can fix my
So-
schedule.
Why don't we talk about August? Well, that doesn't have August up yet. but-
No, but you wanna do, you wanna do that before your auction date, correct?
Right. Yeah, well, we ought to have, make a decision of whether or not we're gonna hold the auction, right?
We've got, he's got a whole list of, and they're either swap pools, they're town-owned properties, but they're not
Before the
tax
18th?
lien properties. That
Yeah, well, we can
We
do
got
it,
to do a little research, but I think we can sell them to the abutters,
so do you wanna do
get
it,
them back on the tax records.
you don't wanna do it next meeting, the 18th?
I'm good with
I mean, I'm sorry,
2 to 5.
the,
Your
well, the 4th, we don't have a meeting,
Right.
right?
it. Right.
So it would be July 18th.
So it would be July 18th.
What are you doing July 18th?
That's the second meeting.
Yes.
We would
I'm
have,
gonna come in at 5.
we would have a 5 o'clock workshop.
They, yeah, at this point, I'll make a motion to postpone until further, set aside the auction until further notice, because we're getting fewer and fewer that really are auctionable, and we need to do some research, so.
I'll second that, that's a good
I
idea.
was pushing for an auction in August, but.
Let's get our ducks in a row.
Let's get everything worked out and know where we are.
Yeah,
Okay?
But I'll
Everybody
make that
okay?
a motion,
I mean, I second it.
just
All those in-
postpone it
All
at
those in
this
favor,
point.
we'll just postpone it.
Yeah,
That's
we
Yeah,
won't
that's
put a
good.
date on
No.
that.
Okay, anything else?
The other one that we should invite in to this workshop is the code enforcement, because he's probably gonna have more
Yeah,
sight than anybody here in the town office
okay.
as far as, I mean, we may wanna go look at these lots. You know, do a ride-by
Yeah.
some night, or,
I got a 15 passenger van we can use.
yeah. No, but we've done that before, and,
How many
but,
kids you have?
She's got 15, well, she has 12 right now.
that's for another night's discussion, so.
All right. If nothing else, we have nothing to sign tonight, so.
The other thing that has been brought to me is, hours at the dump, and we was gonna take a look at that, to whether these hours are working, and the complaints that I'm getting is, camp owners on the lake, when they close the camp up Sunday night, they can't get to the dump till Tuesday, or Wednesday, and
Can we have the director come in and talk to us?
that would be, yeah, I mean,
I've mentioned it to him, I know we've talked to Josh. I think
Yeah.
it's,
Well, I
just to
think,
recruit the staffing for that.
How many people do they actually need to be there if it was a Sunday for 3 hours? Did they just need 2 people, or how many? What does it take?
If you're doing the same operation,
It's the same
Depends on
operation.
How full they are from Saturday.
And,
Yeah.
and,
So it's either full crew or no crew?
I would say so, but, unless you had it just
let's get-
compactable.
let's get
garbage.
Josh
Yeah,
at
good
the
idea.
next, at the next
The
meeting.
problem is, if you open it for trash, you're gonna have people that are
Right.
gonna bring everything, so.
Yeah, they're not gonna know.
does it pose a problem the
But-
way it is if you are opening on a Sunday and you have trash build up? Are we able to get rid of what we have before we reopen? Because everything's closed on Sunday, correct? We can't bring to Eco Main.
Oh, I see, yeah.
No.
Right.
So what happens to the stuff we bring in on Sunday?
Wait, it sits there until
Yeah,
Tuesday.
since they're until Monday.
So do we have,
Tuesday.
so what day does Terry work, Mondays or Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
So we'd have
That's
to,
where he's getting that's where we got back to the 2 days off in a row.
Okay.
I was gonna say, it was my suggestion to have 2 days, and it's just worked into 3, so.
Yeah, let's get Josh in here, like you said, that's good.
Yeah, because I think we ought to look at, I mean, we used to be open from 9 to 5 on Fridays, and we somehow
Yeah.
stopped that from, now we're open from noon to 5. Well,
Well, we
That's the
We
27
tweaked
hours.
it, just
Right.
for the 27 hours.
didn't have money enough to keep them open, but,
Right.
I agree with opening 9 to 5
Yeah.
on Friday.
And can we
Alright,
get
so-
Hollis out of there?
Well, I'm not sure that-
I know of people that are dropping trash off in the hopper.
okay, then we shouldn't.
So we should-
We should manage that instead of just, they're supposed to bring in
Just,
what, pay as they go, right?
Right.
But if they're throwing trash, then that's on us. That's our responsibility, so.
and the other thing is, and I've seen it, contractors bringing it in from out of town.
Right.
They live in town, and they use the Waterboro transfer station. I was gonna say don't, but it's a transfer station. They're a resident, but their working benefits all go bit at Portland, so, and it's cheaper to bring it to Waterboro than it is to,
Most of them are good.
no.
Most of the contractors are good, but you have the few, which you're gonna have wherever you go.
so we'll get him here on the 18th as well.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else? Sensing nothing, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Why so early?
So moved.
So moved, seconded.
All those in favor? Thank you.